Nature. It's a force more powerful than any of us can truly comprehend. It can be beautiful and serene one minute, and utterly devastating the next. We've all seen the images, the aftermath of hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis. But what are the deadliest natural disasters in recorded history? And what can we learn from them? In this series, we're going to journey into the heart of 5 cataclysmic events, exploring their causes, their impact, and the lessons we can learn from these tragedies. From the earthquake that shook China in 1556 to the recent devastation of the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, we'll uncover the science behind these disasters and pay tribute to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable destruction. Get ready because we're about to face nature's fury head-on. Picture this. It's 1931, and China's Yangtze and Huai River regions are bracing for their annual monsoon season. But this year, the rains are relentless. Days turn into weeks, the rivers swell, and then the unthinkable happens. The rivers burst their banks, unleashing a torrent of water across the land. This, my friends, was not just a flood. It was a raging beast that swallowed everything in its path. Imagine entire villages, cities even, vanishing beneath a sea of muddy water. Homes, livestock, livelihoods, all swept away in an instant. The official death toll? It's a number that chills you to the bone. Somewhere between 1 and 4 million souls lost. Can you even fathom that scale of devastation? It's almost impossible to comprehend. The Yangtze River, one of the mightiest rivers on Earth, had turned against the people who depended on it. It was a stark reminder of the raw, untamed power that nature holds. The floods left an indelible scar on China's landscape and psyche. Millions were displaced, left with nothing but the clothes on their backs. But even in the face of such devastation, the human spirit endured. The 1931 China floods serve as a stark warning from history. The date, December 26, 2004. A day etched in memory, a day when the world held its breath. It began deep beneath the surface of the Indian Ocean, an undersea megathrust earthquake, a colossal rupture along the fault line, unleashing a force so powerful it shook the entire planet. But the real danger was only just beginning to stir. This earthquake wasn't content with shaking the seabed. It spawned a monster, a tsunami. Imagine a wall of water towering over 100 feet high, surging across the ocean with the speed of a jet plane. That's what the unsuspecting coastlines of Indonesia, Sri Lanka, India, and Thailand were about to face. It was chaos. The tsunami slammed into the shores with the force of 1,000 armies. Buildings crumbled, trees were uprooted, and entire communities were swept away in an instant. The sheer scale of the destruction was difficult to comprehend. Over 230,000 people perished that day, their lives claimed by the relentless fury of the ocean. But amidst the wreckage, stories of incredible courage and resilience began to emerge. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami was a stark reminder that nature's power knows no bounds. But it also revealed the incredible resilience of the human spirit. In the annals of meteorological mayhem, the 1970 Bola cyclone stands as a chilling testament to nature's fury. When this tropical cyclone slammed into the lowlands of East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, on November 12, 1970, it left unimaginable devastation in its wake. The impact was catastrophic. A storm surge exceeding 20 feet engulfed entire islands and villages. Winds up to 115 miles per hour ripped apart structures, leaving splintered wood and twisted metal. Entire communities were reduced to rubble, livelihoods washed away. The official death toll, 500,000 souls lost, is a grim reminder of the cyclone's deadly legacy. The true number may never be known, lost amidst the chaos. The aftermath was a scene of unimaginable suffering. Millions were left homeless, their lives upended. The stench of death hung heavy as bodies littered the landscape. The threat of disease loomed large, adding urgency to the dire situation. The world watched in horror as the disaster unfolded. Aid agencies and governments rushed to provide food, water, medicine, and shelter. The Bola cyclone was a wake-up call for Bangladesh, a reminder of its vulnerability to natural disasters. Journey back in time with me to 1556, to the heart of the Ming Dynasty in China. Imagine a land of bustling cities, vibrant culture, and imperial grandeur. On January 23rd, this world was forever changed by a cataclysm that shook the empire. Deep beneath Shanxi province, a monstrous force was unleashed. It began with a tremor, escalating into a terrifying roar as the earth split open. The 1556 Shanxi earthquake, a magnitude 8, was a force of unimaginable destruction. Buildings crumbled, ancient temples collapsed, and the landscape reshaped in an instant. Entire cities were reduced to rubble, inhabitants buried beneath debris. Imagine the terror of those who witnessed this cataclysm. The official death toll, 830,000 souls lost, stands as a chilling reminder. It remains the deadliest earthquake in recorded history. The Karinga cyclone of 1839, a name whispered with reverence and fear, etched in the collective memory of coastal India. It was a storm of unimaginable fury, a tempest that swept in from the Bay of Bengal, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. The port city of Karinga, once a bustling hub of trade and commerce, bore the brunt of the cyclone's wrath. A storm surge, a towering wall of water estimated to be over 40 feet high, surged inland, engulfing everything in its path. Ships were tossed about like toys, buildings were reduced to rubble, and the very air was thick with the salty tang of seawater and the cries of the terrified. Imagine the sheer power of the wind, howling like a banshee, ripping apart homes and uprooting trees as if they were mere twigs. The streets of Karinga transformed into raging torrents, carrying away everything in their path. Those who could sought refuge in whatever shelter they could find, their hearts pounding in their chests as the storm raged around them. When the cyclone finally subsided, the true extent of the devastation became horrifyingly clear. The once thriving port city of Karinga was reduced to a wasteland of debris and destruction. Over 300,000 souls perished in the storm, their lives claimed by the relentless fury of nature. The Karinga cyclone serves as a chilling reminder of the destructive power of nature and the importance of preparedness. From the floodplains of China to the coasts of India, we've witnessed the immense power of nature and the devastating consequences when it's unleashed. These 5 disasters, etched in history with pain and loss, serve as stark reminders of our planet's raw, untamed energy. But amidst the destruction, we've also witnessed the unyielding spirit of humanity. We've seen courage in the face of fear, resilience in the face of loss, and compassion in the face of suffering. These stories of survival and rebuilding remind us that even in our darkest hours, hope can endure. Let us honor the memory of those lost in these disasters by learning from the past and preparing for the future. Support disaster relief efforts, advocate for sustainable practices, and let's work together to create a safer, more resilient world.